Mike, this is an incredible and unusual shot. Tell me, what makes this a great World Cup picture?
Well, the fact that it's Lionel Messi, who is probably regarded as the best footballer at that World Cup. This was shot at about an eighth of a second, which is very, very slow, and it's a technique where you pan the camera with the player, so he's basically in the same part of the frame as you move with him, so you get this effect where he's kind of frozen, everything else is blurred around him. It gives that sense of speed. It was in one of the qualifying round games very early in the tournament at Johannesburg, and that kind of enabled me to play around a bit, try and be a bit more experimental.
And how many attempts did it take you before you were able to get this?
He's got to be running sort of across the frame in a particular direction, so I had a couple of attempts earlier, it didn't really work, but then luckily he did have a good run down the wing. There's a certain element of luck, because a lot of the frames are just a complete mess and blur, but the key thing you're trying to do is freeze his head, and we're quite lucky that the ball looks fairly frozen as well.
Mike, this is a very different type of shot, very artistic. Tell me, where did you take this image?
This was in a township somewhere between Rustenburg and Johannesburg. So I followed him over, and these children were just magnificent. They were the happiest children I've ever seen in my life. They literally had nothing. Initially they were playing up to the camera, and then they just ignored us and carried on playing football. And just to get this image, I think I was just lying as low as possible in the dirt to silhouette them against the sun. This is on probably a 24-70, it's quite a wide angle lens, so I was quite close to the children, and I took quite a number of images, this one that happened basically. As for shutter speeds, it'd be quite a high shutter speed, probably about 4,000th of a second, because the sun is so bright, obviously.
It's not just about the play that happens on the field, it's about the atmosphere and the people that make that World Cup as well, isn't it? How often do you go looking for those kind of images throughout the World Cup?
Oh, every day. If you're not assigned to a game, where if you're at the game, you're not only photographing the game, you're outside doing fans arriving, the whole atmosphere. If you're not doing that, then you're taking iconic images of the country. There's an insatiable appetite from the world's media for these images.